Okay, so now guys, how do we automatically generate the receipt number? We need to use what we call the VBA. I already have the script generated for me, so I don't need to do much. So what I need to do here now is to use the Alt F11, which brings up my Microsoft Visual Basic for applications on my Excel. So I want to work with this particular script. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to use it. Now look at this carefully. I'm going to break this down. I have here my class being created. Okay, and this code, I'm going to make this code available for you. Alright, you don't need to edit it. It does everything we want to do. So how do you use it? I'm going to copy it out of here and close this. Okay, so just all you need to do is on the Visual Basic, just go for insert, and then you go for model. Then you can paste this code you're going to copy from my blog right there, and all you need to do is save it. But now that's not all. You need to make a little bit of change here. That is, this cell for a receipt, this cell needs to be worked with, this particular cell. Okay, so I made it A3. Let me check the cell. Okay, so this cell here is E4. Alright, just one difference. So let's just get back there. So E4 is the cell name, E4. Alright, so there's the code that is going to help us print our document. And then after printing, a file will be saved, okay, onto a folder you want it to be saved, just to keep a record of the invoice. Alright, and these two commands right here means the invoice will be printed 2 times. If you want it to be printed just once, then you can remove one of these particular command, that is active sheet print out. I'm going to make it print twice, and please, for the record, I'm using a PDF to print, not a printer, so I'm saving as a PDF. I'm printing to PDF. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So you can always use your printer. So right now I'll go for save. Okay, it's working perfectly because I've saved this document as the XLSM macro, M for macro. That is why it's not giving me an error. If you save as just XLS, you're going to get some error message. So ensure you save as XLSM. Alright. Now guys, going back to document. Okay. To run that script so that this particular invoice will be printed out and a unique code will be generated, all we can do is go back to the macro, and then you click on the play, or you press F5. When I go for play, you realize that it says automated invoice Excel by VTB. Note, it prints 2 copies by default, so enter 1 to start print. So I'm going to go for 1 and then go for OK. So it started printing my book 2, and it's going to ask me to save. The reason being that I have a lot of PDFs already I created, so let me just create a new folder called VTB. So I'll go into that folder. Alright, and then call this 1. Okay, it's coming here because I'm saving my print as a PDF. You're also supposed to go directly to the printer. Okay, so I'm going to go for save. So it's printing. Then it's going to print another copy of the same document. So I'll go for 2 just for this. Alright, in case you want to have a copy and then the client also have a copy, physical copy I mean, that is when you make it 2. All right, so after it is done, it's going to try saving your invoice as a PDF file. Okay, this is a different scenario, so I'm going to look for my location. All right, so it's going to save with the sheet name. As you can see, it's sheet 1. That is why it's using sheet 1, and then the current date, and then just the unique code generated. So I'm going to go for save. All right, it tells me that this is exactly the path where my file is saved. I go for okay, no problem. And then let's check that out. So this is exactly where the files were stored. Okay, so these are supposed to be 2 printouts. So let's check it out. I'm going to double click on the first file and to get what you see what I got. It says invoice, the date, decline, the invoice number is 1. All right, and then every information is on it as I requested. The total figure, everything generated for me. That's fine. But right now we don't want just 1. What do we do? If you don't want just 1, let's go over back to Excel to format that. Okay, you see it has updated our sheet to be 1. So I don't want this to happen. So I can right click on my cell, go for format cells. Then I go over to numbering. Under the we have numbers, that's not what we want. We have custom, very good. So we want there to be multiple numbers before this particular character. So what we can do is to have this being created for us. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so I'm just going to add, I'm going to make it 4. It's going to be like this. So I'm going to go for OK. So it means our ID will be generated, invoice number will be generated this way. So the next printout will be 2, next will be 3, and so on and so forth.